Okay, so what's going on tonight? Well, let me tell you. Just like the rest of the country is all experiencing a big winter storm right now, we are here too. So, I packed up all my stuff, but I packed up what I would take on a just sort of a cold, like near freezing temperature hike. My same sleeping bag. Now I pulled a Pulk Sled out here, and I have a whole gob of gear in case I get too cold tonight. But I wanted to see just how well I could do in this little tarp tent on a drop cloth. And it's supposed to get down to 14 degrees tonight, or take that back. It's supposed to get down to 12 degrees tonight, and we're supposed to have a big mess of snow. If you've seen any of some of my older videos, there was one time I was in Colorado, and I woke up to a good snowfall in the morning, and it put just a little bit of fear into me, because you don't know until you've tested your gear and you know what you can do and stay warm with. So this is going to test me down to probably the lower limits of what I'd feel comfortable doing. But in the event that ever popped up in the middle of a trip, unexpectedly somehow, it's nice to know what your gear can do and what will keep you safe. So I walked back to the woods, which is about a half a mile across open farm ground, straight across in the wind. So I was able to test actually a couple of things. I was able to test my snowshoes, keep me from, I was in snow about shin high, and just post hole in every hole, and was able to put the snowshoes on. Now it was very powdery. It'll be a whole different thing in the morning, even with more snow on top of it. But yeah, so I'm gonna lay down here and get my sleeping bag and my whole sleep system out, and I'm on top of snow tonight. So if I do end up getting cold, like I said, I've got plenty of gear to get me warmed up, or headed back toward the house, and I'll come pick all this stuff up later. So tonight is a test of the tarp tent and a test of my stuff in 12 degrees and snowing. It's 10 degrees this morning, and with my sleeping bag that's rated at 20 degrees, these long johns, just one set of long johns on, is all I have on. I've been using this puffy coat that I always have with me, really just sort of as a draft collar up here around my shoulders, because I don't put my head in the mummy hood. I put my pillow in there, and so there's a lot of draft that comes right over the top of the pillow. So with this shoved up around my shoulder there, I'm actually quite warm. There's frost all over inside the tent, but I'm just starting to figure out that that's something that you're just going to have to deal with, no matter what tent you're in this kind of temperature. But not too often should I be in this kind of temperature. There's all my stuff. I put my other down coat. It was a little bit wet from the hike, so I put it over me last night. Hopefully it's dried up a little bit. But I've got some big overshoes down there that I can wear if the snow's deep and around camp. And then that whole bag there is a whole nother backpack, and tent and everything that I would need had this failed in the middle of the night and I didn't want to go back to the house.